Angel from musicplayers.com, NAMM 2024, and I am here with Tom from Nugen Audio. What can you tell us about what you have that's new this year?
Yeah, so we've got a couple of new things that we're highlighting at the show. Not currently available yet, but we're looking at like a summer release later on this year, is Visual M3, which is a big update to our loudness meter. So you might be familiar with Visual M2 before, but essentially it's like an industry standard loudness meter. And a couple of new features that we're adding to this is what we're calling our segments. So via this drop-down menu here, you can have multiple different instances of Visual M in your session. Let's say you've got one on your dialogue, maybe one on like background noises, sound effects, and maybe something like, you know, soundtrack music. And you can basically get your individual loudness readouts for each stem of your session, as well as your overall whole program loudness. So it just gives you a bit more information to hone in on. As well, we're adding what we're calling our segments feature. So let's say you're mixing for broadcast and you've got things like commercial breaks in the session. You can basically add a segment, hypothetically, let's say like 0 to 40 seconds. And then obviously you can get your loudness readouts for those individual segments as well, and whichever segments will appear again via the drop-down menu. And these can either be changed via the drop-down menu, or if we go to our time display, you can click and drag the segments here. Oh, 2 seconds. Yeah, click and drag each individual segment via the history graph as well. And then another new feature we're adding, you might be familiar with our plugin Jotter that we released earlier last year, but we're adding some of the features into Visual M. So you can add time-specific notes. So let's just say like turn bass down. Simple notes, you can go as detailed or as vague as you want, and they'll appear there, and they'll also appear on the history graph as well. So whatever kind of mix notes or mix decisions you want to send to your co-producer, your colleague, and they can either be time specific, you can tick them off as and when you've changed each one, and as well we've kind of got a global notes function as well, so if you just want to make overall mix notes, they'll appear here, and you can import and export these notes as CSV files, and they, let's say you've got a colleague who isn't an audio engineer, they can import it into their session. They can see your notes instantly, and if they're not working in Pro Tools, they can use a standalone version of our plugin Jotter, and it's completely free, and they can import that CSV file directly into their session and see all your notes instantly. Another thing we're sort of highlighting at the show is AB Assist, which is an audio comparison tool. So you import multiple instances of AB Assist into your session on your different tracks, or you can have it, you know, before and after an effects chain, or, you know, let's say you want to test out 2 compressors, and instead of having to mute and solo different tracks, the audio is routed through the plugin, so you can simply hit A, B, and like basically informs your decision of which kind of one you prefer. If you want to remove any kind of subjectivity in your mix decisions, you can hit a blind test function, which basically flips A and B into X and Y, but won't tell you which way around. And every time you hit choose, it'll change it again. So let's say this time I prefer X, or this time I prefer Y. And then at the end, when you feel like you've made, you know, you're kind of confident which one you prefer, it'll give you a scoreboard readout of which track you prefer the sound of, basically. And it also, this can work up to 4 different instances, so it can go A, B, C, D, and you can compare up to 4 tracks of audio. And as well comes with a level match feature that works in surround as well. Yeah, there are a couple of things that we're highlighting in the show this year at NAMM.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Tom. Angel from musicplayers.com, NAMM 2024. Have a great show.
You too.
Thank you.